Hello, everyone. Lee, Gretchen, Bernice, Alice, welcome. Hey, Bernice,
Hi, thank you.
how are you today?
I am great. Thanks
Super
for asking.
good. There's Lee. How are you, Lee? All right. Everybody get connected here. Everybody know how to turn their camera on if they don't want it on. It's always good to see you guys. Like to see your faces. It's great. No judgment, no bad hair days. Everybody looks great. We're alive. That's what counts. Good, good. Wait a few more minutes. Anybody have anything exciting happen today?
No, sorry, nothing to report.
Sometimes
I
it's
woke
good.
up. That's exciting.
That is exciting. That
Excellent.
counts. That counts. Absolutely. Oh, Alice, you're on mute. Didn't hear what you said?
I
There you
said
go.
I'm painting. I have my paint clothes on.
Oh,
I'm painting the kitchen.
oh, the kitchen. Okay, good. What
Yes.
color is it?
It's a two-tone off-white and a kind of a brown color.
All right, good. All right. You like to paint?
No, but it was time to rip the wallpaper off. So
Okay.
I'm painting.
Ready for
This
a
is my
change?
third room now. I've ripped
Oh,
off wallpaper and painted.
well, nice. Nice. Did the wallpaper come off easy or was it hard?
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
Somebody
Awful
put it
job.
somebody put it on good, so it made it hard to get off, huh?
Oh, it's awful. But
No.
it was time.
Good, good.
So this is a much needed break.
Yeah, so this is your paint break.
Yeah, this is my painting break.
All right, good.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome.
Norman. Hey, Norman.
Hi.
Hi.
If anybody needs any tech help, we have Megan with us from our support team. She can help if you have any Zoom issues, video, audio not working, anything like that. Also, we are expecting a large group, so please stay on mute when you're not speaking. But of course, we do want to hear from you with your questions. Either put them in the chat or you can ask them directly to Kevin when he stops for questions, which he will do several times during the hour. So again, thank you for being here. I'll be watching the chat for a little while. So go ahead and put your questions there at any time.
Good, good. How are you? Is it E Brown? Is that your first initial? Oh, yeah, are you on mute?
I'm Elise, and I'm from
Elise.
Detroit.
All right, good. Elise, very good. Glad to have you. All right, anybody, this is your first Get Set Up class? Anybody in their first class with me here? No, good. All right, welcome, welcome. Get Set Up's a great opportunity for you to learn and do it live with real people, which is fun, a lot more exciting than watching a recording. So I encourage the conversation and the feedback as we go along. This topic is understanding using Apple iCloud, right? That's what you guys signed up for this one. This is iCloud, okay? There's a whole lot in this, and I'll try to cover as much as I can in this hour. We have other courses that go deeper into some of these pieces. We'll mention those as well, and Norman puts those in the chat sometimes for you as well, so you can find those classes. But I really want this to serve you all, and let me start with sharing this. Okay, you guys can see that slide pretty good. All right. So I'm in Tampa, Florida, and I love to help people learn. So I'm here as a guide and Get Set Up. Glad you guys are here as well. If you want a recording of this, you can request it by emailing help@getsetup.io. And although I love Apple products, they're not all I use, and I don't get paid anything to talk about them. So I'm honest about it as well. So we're just here at Get Set Up to help you get better at using some of these tools along the way and just have a better experience. So in this class, we're going to talk about the benefits of cloud storage and then 4 components of iCloud. We're going to break it down into the 4 parts. and then how you can manage that on your devices. So how you can customize it on your own phone, iPad, and computer along the way. All right, before we jump into that though, I want to hear from you. What's something that you would really love to be covered in this class? Like Kevin, if you talked about this and answered this question, this would be an absolute best class ever. No guarantee I'll cover it, but usually I get 90% of it. So just unmute yourself and mention what it is that you would love to learn about iCloud, or what question you have.
I'd like to learn why I need to do a external hard drive backup along with iCloud.
All right, for the computer?
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Yeah. What else?
I
People
just
are way
need the
too smart.
basics.
Oh, go ahead, Bernice.
I'm sorry. I was just saying I just need the basics. I've heard of iCloud, but I really don't know what it is.
Okay, all right. You're starting at the beginning, so that's fine. We'll cover
Yes.
that. Good. Okay.
This is Linda. I'm with Bernice. I know it's there. I know iCloud is a device, but I want to know how to access it and why do I need to access it?
Okay. What am I missing out on in life, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Anybody else? All right. The rest of you are just sponges, right? You're just taking it all in. Just whatever you get, you're going to take, and it'll be good. So good. Well, hopefully, as I share things, it might create more questions. And as Norman said, you can throw it in the chat or interrupt me. Raise your hand. Do the what's it called what's in the chat, in the Zoom bar? What's it called? Reactions. You can use that to raise your hand. Either way. All right. Very good. Let's go and hit this again. Okay, so what is cloud storage? Let's talk about that first. What is cloud storage? Cloud storage is a way for you to store information on the internet. So a place other than your phone, a place other than your computer. Those are all called local storage. So you have storage on your phone, you have storage on your iPad, you have storage on your computer. If you have an external hard drive at your house or your office, that's also local too. So it's right there where you are. The problem with those storage devices locally, the ones that we have with us, is if something ever were to happen to our device, our house got burnt or something got stolen or broken, we would lose everything on that, right? It would be gone. So there's a value in storing another copy of it or storing some of it somewhere else. And that's real easy to do by doing it by having your files stored in the internet. So the cloud's just, the cloud and internet, kind of synonymous in those terms, but cloud storage is file storage on the internet stored somewhere else that you can access through the internet. So some of the big players out there, Google has a tool called Google Drive. You get that free with any Google account you have. They give you some free space on that. Microsoft has a competitive drive called OneDrive. That's Microsoft's version of it. And then Apple's version is called iCloud. And iCloud does more than just storage. It does some syncing as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Dropbox is another company that sells and offers cloud storage. So I use Google Drive, I use Dropbox, and I use iCloud. I use all three of those because I think there's value in having some redundancy and having things backed up more than one place. You don't have to have all of them. All of them will give you some free space to get you started. And then at some point, when you fill that up, they'll try to sell you more space. The good news is space is coming down in cost all the time, so it's more and more affordable. And it's a really nice peace of mind to have your information stored in these cloud storages that's secure for you. They do a better job of backing it up, keeping it safe from hackers than even I do myself on my own. I use multiple external hard drives, and when they start acting up, I get really scared. I'm going to lose everything on there because those can crash and burn and just go dead on me, and then I've lost everything on there if I haven't backed those up. So that's cloud storage. Any questions on that?
Yes,
All right.
I do.
Go ahead.
I have an iPhone and I noticed an app on there. I bought it from Verizon and it's called Verizon Cloud.
Okay.
So I don't know. I guess that was put on the phone when I got it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Do I have to, is that like an iCloud that I would just somehow open that app up and sign up or something to get the cloud?
I'm not exactly familiar. I've got a Verizon phone too, and Yeah, when they sell you the phone, they put it on there. It's probably another way for you to store information, but they're probably trying to get you to put a lot of information there, and at some point you have to pay for it. I'm not sure what your situation is, but
Okay.
yeah, you'll see the word cloud added to a lot of things as a branding mechanism, and so it sounds like, just by what you described, it's probably another way for you to store information on their server, on their internet server.
So if you were me, you wouldn't mess with it.
I wouldn't get into that. That's not
Okay.
their business, right? They're into communications. That's their
Okay,
business.
thank you.
Yeah, I would stay away from it. Okay, so let's keep going here. That's the iCloud storage here. So benefits of this, you can save storage space on your device. When I say device, I'm talking about your phone, your iPad, your iPhone, and your computer. So a lot of times our phones get filled up with space, and what uses up most space on our phones is photos and videos. That's what most of it. Sometimes podcasts could be as well. But we don't want to ever probably delete our photos. Our photos are our memories, and it's really important to kind of keep those photos. I'd hate to have to delete pictures I've taken because I took them because I wanted to keep them, not to get rid of them. So either you can get a new phone and keep, buying bigger and bigger phones, or you can, ideally, you want to be able to access your photos anywhere and still have space on your camera or your phone to take more pictures. So the cloud storage allows you to save space on your device by storing the information in the cloud, but still being able to access it from your phone. Okay, so it doesn't mean you can't get to it. It just means the file itself isn't stored on your phone, it's stored in the cloud. You can share and collaborate easily with other people. So if I wanted you to look at something, a document or a picture, I could easily share it with you. I don't have to be in the same room where I have to hold up my phone and let you look at it. I can give you a link to it, and then you can access it from the cloud as well and view it. Cloud storage can help back up your files. iCloud will back up your devices, your mobile devices, but it will not back up your computer hard drive. It's too big. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but it does back up your phone and your iPad if you wanted to. You can sync and access files on all your devices. This is really valuable, as many of us have an iPhone, an iPad, and a Mac computer, and we want everything to kind of be in sync. So we go from one device to the other. All the information is kind of the same on the devices as we go from one to the other. In other words, if we make a calendar appointment on my phone, I want it to show up on my computer as well, and on my iPad. I don't want it to be separate. All right, those are benefits. So it basically syncs all of your devices together so that they're kind of working in sync and harmony as you go along. That's kind of Apple's idea, is that whatever device you're on, you're still kind of up to date on it. And in many ways, our phone becomes this little mini computer that we can walk around with. Obviously, the screen's not as big and it can't do as much as a full computer, but it comes close. All right, the four components. So this is my simple way of trying to simplify iCloud down into four pieces. One, it does back up your device files. And again, when I say device files, I'm talking only about your iPhones and your iPads. That's what it will back up. If iCloud is set up properly, it'll back those up for you. And it does it about once a day. We'll talk about the benefits of that in a minute. It syncs across your Apple apps. So if let's say you buy an app on your phone and you want to use it on your iPad, you can do that as well. And the information that you have in those apps from the computer to the phone to the iPad would all be in sync that way. There's a whole other piece of iCloud Photos. We have classes on this. It'll go deeper into this. So if you want to dig deep into the iCloud Photos, you can take the class on that. But it does separate photos from other files. So iCloud Photos is an app that you can get to all your photos, but there are settings in iCloud that dictate how iCloud backs up those photos and syncs them, as well as iCloud Drive. This is your non-photo files that you can store and share and have across all your devices through Drive. So we'll dig into each of these four components now. All right, first, a distinction between backups and syncing. Backup is a snapshot, static image of your information at a point in time, and anything that happens new after that is not reflected in that backup. But the beauty of that is when you can restore to that space, that point in time, you have everything that was in place then. Contrary to syncing, which is a live, constantly updating synchronization across all linked devices. So syncing just constantly keeps you up to date on what's going across all your devices, or a backup is typically done of a larger amount of information, and it's hopefully never called upon, but it's there to be restored if needed in time of emergency. So iCloud does both of these in its capacity. So the benefits of backup: you can restore files if lost, stolen, or damaged. So one of the best ways you see this is if you go get a new iPhone and your phone's going to get you backed up through iCloud. You buy your new iPhone, you log in with your Apple ID, and you turn on iCloud, and all of your information from your old phone shows up on your new phone, and you're back in business really quick. It's really nice. But
Say
if you're
that again.
not,
One more
go ahead.
time,
Yeah.
because I'm probably going to buy a new one. What do you do?
So you're going to make sure that you have an iPhone now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just make sure as we go through this, you make sure your settings are on that iCloud's backing up your phone, which it probably is. And so when you get your new phone, you're just going to log in with your Apple ID, and that's part of the normal setup process when you get a new phone. It wants your Apple ID. As long as it's the same Apple ID and your iCloud's turned on, it will bring in all the information that you had backed up on your old iPhone on the new one.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're back in business quickly with your new phone. It's faster and bigger and shinier and all that new stuff. Right. And then okay, but the backup of the computer, again, the reason it doesn't do the computer is because it's just so big. It's going to take up all your space and your cloud storage, so it doesn't back up your computer. You, Linda, you asked, or no, Gretchen asked about the backup of the computer, right? And that you need that separately because iCloud doesn't do it for the whole computer just because it's too big. So there's other ways to back that up. There's companies that'll do it. You can do it through the cloud. You can do it to an external hard drive. You can use Time Machine. There's all kinds of different ways to do that. But iCloud does not back up the computer. You can have it select some files to back up, but it won't just do wholesale everything. Okay.
Great, thank
All
you.
right. Yes. Benefits of syncing: you have the same information across all your devices, and continuity, which is a great thing. This allows me to open up a browser on my iPhone and then go sit down on my computer, and I can click my browser on my computer and it'll open up the same web page I was on my phone. It hands off what I'm doing on one to the other. It also allows me in my Apple environment to copy some text on my phone or my computer and then paste it on the other device, and it knows what it is to paste, which is kind of interesting, without them even being connected, just through iCloud. So if I copied an address from an email on my phone, and then I went to my computer and I wanted to paste it into a document, I could just hit paste and it would paste the address there. All right, those are the benefits of that. Benefits of the iCloud storage: it backs up all your photos. If it's turned on and your settings are right, we'll make sure that's right today. It frees up space on your device because it's not saving the original file on your phone, it's saving it in your iCloud drive. But you still have access to all your images. You don't lose them that way. You can sync your photos across all your devices. So if you want to see them on your iPad and you want to see them on your computer, you can still do that. And you can access and share photos from all those devices as well. So you can still see them, make albums.
Got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, backing up your photos and it's freeing up space on your device. Okay, my husband and we have the same email address. Unfortunately, this is the problem. We've got a lot of photos, mainly me, and he wants me to delete them because.
Don't do it.
No, but he's saying, and that's why I'm having a hard time understanding. You're saying it's freeing up space on my device, but the photos are there, right? I mean, you say they're going to the cloud.
Yep.
But if I've got, let's say, I don't know how many, let's say 2,000 photos on my phone.
Yeah.
And they're on his phone because we both have the same email address, which I'll have to deal with. You're saying they're really not sitting on the phone?
It depends on your settings. So this is what's a little tricky. So let's say what'd you say, 2,000 photos?
Let's just say, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just for sake of
Okay.
comparison. So 2,000 photos. Now those 2,000 photos have two versions of them. There's a native version, which is the full blown, all of the data that makes up that photo. So if you're going to go print it out, the resolution is involved and how big the file is and how the full data set for that photo, right? There's that, which is kind of the original. When it takes a picture, it creates a data file of all the data necessary for that photo. So that's what takes up all the space. That's what goes to the cloud if this is set up right. What stays on your phone is a thumbnail. Think of a thumbnail. It's like a very light version of that. So you can see it, because to see an image on a screen doesn't require much data at all. It's a very small video, takes very little data for an image. If you're going to print it, it takes a lot of data because it needs a lot of information to have all the pixels put out there to print. This is getting a little technical, but so there's kind of two versions of your photo. The high large file size version, which goes to the cloud if it's set up right. That's what frees up the space on your phone. It's not taking up the space on your phone. You still see them on your phone, but it's not really the full version right there. You can download it if you needed to do it, but you can still browse all of these little thumbnails of them. So it appears like it's in both places. Just
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Try to make that clear.
And by the way, we have since this is a large topic, iCloud has a lot of components to it. We have a separate class that covers iCloud photos. The next session is on Monday. Please do take that, but do not delete photos from your phone. And they're going to be in iCloud. They probably won't be. This is why Kevin was talking about the idea of synchronization. When iCloud, not completely, but for the most part, it does synchronization. And that means that if you delete it in one place, it deletes from the other place. So be very careful about deleting photos.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. The only things I delete out of my photos are like, something I can't identify, or an accidental shot. I want to keep, even when you take pictures and like somebody's not smiling, I keep all of those too. I don't want to delete any of those. It's the one where like I took a picture while I was walking and it was of the ground or something. Those are the ones I delete. I don't delete the ones. I don't have to play who gets to make the cut and who doesn't. All right.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Yes. All right. Sheila's talking about storage. Yeah, we're going to get into storage in a minute. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So that's the benefits of iCloud. As Norman said, there's a whole class on that. Okay. What are the benefits of iCloud Drive? You can simply share and access your files across all of your devices. Again, select devices. You don't want to have everything on your computer to show up on your phone, because your phone has a much smaller space capacity than your computer. But the things you want to share, if you have a couple files you want to share on your iPad and your iPhone, you can use this iCloud Drive to share that. And how you access these is different, whether you're on your phone, your iPad, your computer, or even a browser. You could get to it from a PC if you wanted to through a browser. All right, Sheila, you mentioned the space. You're right. iCloud gives everybody 5 gigabytes of space for free. You never have to pay for that. But at the point that gets filled up, the next jump is 50 gigabytes. That's 10 times more space at 99 cents a month. It's not crazy. Like I said, it's not a lot of money. And then 4 times that, you get to $2.99 a month, and then 2 terabyte. You're at 10. If you're at 2 terabyte, it's a lot. I pay for the 200 gigabyte, and at 200 gigabyte and 2 terabyte, you can share it with up to 5 other people, that space in your family. You don't see each other's files. You just kind of share the drive space if you want to. So one of my daughters shares the 200 with me. Her phone was out of space and she needed some more space to put her photos and all. So we used this and it worked great. Okay. All right. To access iCloud Drive, you can get to it through the browser, iCloud.com. You can go on your Mac, you go to Finder, and it'll show up. I'll show you that. And then your iPhone and iPad, there's an app called Files. It looks like a little folder. We'll show you that as well. Okay, let me show you this, and then we're going to actually do it on my phone so you can see it. So I want to show you how to customize this and make sure it's set up on your devices. So we'll start with the iPhone, iPad. They're virtually the same. The menus are about the same. The iPad just a little bigger. And then from there, we'll do the Mac computer. But most people, the big use of it usually is on your iPhone, your iPad. So you're going to go to settings, and then you're going to click on your name. Then you're going to scroll down to iCloud, and then it gets into the settings. Okay, let me switch over to my phone and see if I can show you this in real life. All right. All right. You can see my phone?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go to settings. All right, there's settings. And at the top, it's going to have your name. Your face may not be there if you didn't put a picture of it, but your name, and you're going to click on your name. That takes you into this screen. And down here, you scroll down, you see iCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Click on iCloud. Okay, now we're in the iCloud. This tells you your storage space. You probably have at least 5 gigabyte. If you've jumped up to 20 or 200, then it'll show here. So like I said, I've got 200 gigabyte that I'm paying for, and I've used 144 of it. Most of it's photos. It shows you, it breaks out what it is. You can go into manage storage. Again, the iCloud, remember this 200 gigabyte, this is all in the cloud. This is not on my phone, right? My phone is like 168 gigabyte phone. So this is another 200 that's out in the cloud. It's not on the phone. I can access it from the phone, but it's not stored on the phone. It's stored in the cloud. So I'm using, 17 of it. Is my daughter's using that. If I go into that, I can see she's got a little bit of it. I'm using most of it. And I'm on my 200 there. Okay, so 115 of it is photos. The 4.3 is my backup of this phone. I've got a couple files in iCloud Drive, and then I've chosen to back up my messages and some other things that I have selected. Okay, let's go back. So at the top of this, that's the storage. That's where now it shows you the apps using iCloud, and you can customize this based on your preferences. So I don't use the Apple Calendar or reminders, so I just leave those off. There's no reason to back those up for me. But again, you customize this to how you want it to be. Okay. I don't use Safari. I don't use News, so I turn those off. I don't like Siri. I think she's annoying, so I turned her off. This is all personal preference. You set what you want. Okay. Keychain is your passwords if you want that on, and then there's iCloud Backup for this device in there. iCloud Drive, if you want that to be on, is there. And then these are all your other apps, and it's keeping information from these apps, so it'll sync across your other devices if you have them turned on as well. So green is on. See, like if I turn Acrobat, green is on, gray is off. That's the difference. Green is on, gray is off. You just tap it and it changes on and off. Okay, now let's dig into photos, okay? Because here's where some settings are for photos, because this is where a lot of you live, right? So let me back up again. We were in settings. We went from settings to your name, down to the iCloud, down to photos. And I'm going to click on the photo bar and it opens up here. I have iCloud photos turned on. See the green is turned on there?
Mm-hmm.
I have two choices in this next section. It says optimize iPhone storage or download and keep originals. And it tells you what each one are. So optimize iPhone storage. That's what I've done. If your phone is low on space, full resolution photos and videos are automatically replaced with smaller device size versions. Full resolution versions can be downloaded from iCloud. So this is what I was telling you. This is the full version of it. The bigger size file, when you have this turned on, is stored in your cloud, on your iCloud Drive in your space, and a smaller version of it is kept on your phone. That's how it allows you to free up space on your phone. Now you can still access them. It's just the bigger version of it stored in the cloud. Okay. If you select the other download and keep originals, then it's keeping all the original large files on your phone, and it's going to use up more space that way. Okay. All right, upload to my photo stream. This is a choice if you want your last 30 days of photos to show up on your photo stream, and then all the other devices you have can see your photo stream also.
Mine's checked, but I don't know why.
It's a preference. I leave it off myself. Okay. And then shared albums, I have that turned on. So the big thing is iCloud photos on, and if you want it to save space, then you do the optimize iPhone storage. But again, it goes back then to, do you have enough space in your storage up here? Because remember, when I go into my storage, I have 115 gigabyte of photos. That would exceed the 5 gigabyte pretty fast, right? So it wouldn't hold I had to buy more to handle all my pictures. But I want to show you how many pictures I have, okay? So if I go to photos, I'm going to the photo app. This is how you see your photos, right? That was the settings. Those were all settings we just looked at in iCloud. Now we're looking at the photos itself. I've got 18,845 photos and 930 videos.
Wait a minute. Go
What did you go to find that? The photos?
Just the photo app.
Okay.
It's a colorful flower looking thing.
Yes. Uh-huh.
It's your photo app, all your photos.
Yes.
Okay. So, there's no way I could have that many photos and videos on this phone. It just wouldn't, this phone doesn't have no space for all that. But I can still see them all because it has the small versions of them in here that I can see. It's
Mhm.
not storing on the originals on my phone. It's storing them in the cloud. But I still have access to them.
Kevin,
Uh-huh.
question. All right, I have 3,854 photos, 145 videos. On the storage of iCloud, I've got 24.6 used out of 50. So I'm doing good, right?
Yeah, right? You are. Yeah.
Okay. So there isn't a problem with my amount of photos I have from what
Right.
I'm learning today.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Now
Thank
let me show you. So you guys saw that. Let's take a peek at something else. So I'm going to go back up here. This is just so I'm back in settings and I want to go to, you don't have to follow me. I just want to show you this. I think under general and then iPhone storage. So now this is looking at the storage just on my phone, right? I'm looking just on my phone. I'm not looking at the cloud now, right?
Where are you?
I'm looking at just the settings for my phone. This is just, my phone is an iPhone 8. It's a little bit older phone. It's only got 64 gigabyte on my phone. And I've only used 42 gigabyte of my phone, but yet I still have access to those 18,000 pictures, whatever I have, right? There's no way all of those, if I stored them on my phone, would fit on here. It would just bomb it out. It wouldn't work.
Could you
So-
show me again how you got there? What you went to?
How to
what?
look at this? Yeah.
Yes, please.
So I'm in settings.
Settings.
Let's go back. Settings. All right, settings, and then go down to general,
General.
and then
Okay.
scroll down to iPhone storage.
Ah,
So this is, again, this has nothing to do with iCloud. This is just what the real space on your phone is.
oh, okay.
And it tells me I'm only using 3.74 gigabyte of photos on this phone.
Okay.
But because of iCloud, I have access to all 18,000 of my pictures
Wow.
without using all my phone up.
I see.
So if I click delete for photos I don't want, are they automatically taken off, or is there something else I need to do?
No, they're gonna they're gonna disappear. And so so let's assume you have iCloud set up and you start deleting on your phone, it's gonna delete them off of iCloud too.
Okay, I just want to clear up space so I can just click delete for those that I don't want.
Yeah, but again, have you used all your iCloud space?
No, but these are just ones that I probably just need to just
All right.
clear them up a little bit.
Okay, all right. Again, I'm trying to show you, on this phone, I've only used 42 gigabyte of space and only 3.74 of it is photos. And
Okay.
yet, when I go to my Photos app, I have 18,000 photos and 930 videos that I can look at from here. And the reason is, most of that is stored in the iCloud photos.
Okay.
Mine says the biggest portion, it says backups
From your, just on
from
your,
the storage. Yes.
on your storage? Okay,
Uh-huh. Photos is not a lot. It's backup mostly.
yeah.
It's backup.
Okay. All right. Let's go back into iCloud again. Oops. Settings.
Settings.
Another, let's see. Okay. You need to click on your name at the top
Yes. Mhm.
and go down to iCloud.
Cloud.
All right. And since you said backups, let's go down to iCloud backup. See that down there? iCloud backup.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to click on that and I have it turned on. So it's going to back up this device. It's just saying, do you want this device to be backed up? And again, it's only going to back up mobile devices, iPhones and iPads.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells you at the bottom when it was last backed up. So mine backs up every night, around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. That's just when it does it. See at the bottom, it tells you.
It says
could-
9:30 a.m.
Yours does? Yeah. So that's when yours was. And so whoever's getting a new phone, when you do it, what you want to do is you want to say back up now after you're done using your old phone, because then you'll get the latest version of it. And then you go to your new phone. And then when you go in there, it'll be updated.
I
'Cause-
see. So I don't need to touch it now.
No, we don't. Yeah. And it's usually just doing, 1 day at a time. It just keeps 1 day at a time. So
Okay.
that's a good thing to have on there to make sure that's getting backed up, that your device is backed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Drive, there's no settings on Drive. It's either on or off. Okay. All right. So let's go. I showed you to look at your photos. You're going to go to the photo app and they're in there, right? And they're all in here. Like this red one here, that's a bad picture. I'm going to click that. I'm going to hit delete. This photo will be deleted from iCloud Photos on all your devices. It tells you, right? It tells you, hey, I know you're deleting it here, but it's going to disappear everywhere if you delete this.
Oh,
I said, all right, delete it. That's gone. Okay. So now nobody will be able to see that if on any of my devices or anybody I was sharing it with, it'd be gone.
mm-hmm.
All right, that's photos. Now, if I want to look for some files that I wanted to share that were shared, I'm going to look for a files app, and it looks like this one here on the right. You see it? It's a white background with a blue folder.
Yeah.
You might have to search for it. It's kind of a utility of the iPhone.
Yes, I see it. Uh-huh.
If you don't have it on your phone, you can download it for free from the App Store, but it should be on your phone. If it's not, just download it. When you click on that, it opens up and you go to browse. Okay, so it's got iCloud Drive. Remember, we have iCloud Drive turned on, so it shows up here. When I go in here, these files are in here because I put them in there from my computer. On my computer, I put files into an iCloud Drive, and they show up on all my devices that I have the same iCloud account.
Okay.
Now, if you want to delete it, how would you do that?
If I want to delete one of these, all right, let's say that this blue sky one. Okay, I click this. I don't think I can delete from here, but on my computer, I can delete it.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing it. Let me see if I can try to. I don't think on my phone I can. Oh, there it is. Okay, if I long press on it, I can hit delete. This
whole-
menu popped up when I long pressed it, so I delete it and it's gone.
Oh,
How did you do that again? You just,
Let me find another one.
okay.
All right, these starfish here. If I just hold my finger on it, this menu pops up.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
Yay, I got it.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to browse. You should have iCloud Drive there if you have iCloud Drive turned on your phone. Okay. So that's how you get. So you have the settings to go in there and customize that. You have the Photos app to view your photos. You have the Files folder to go look at files that are shared, and have the backup turned on so it's automatically backing up your. Same thing for your iPad, and as long as you have the same Apple ID, it's going to all be together. Okay. Any questions on that before we jump over to the computer? Is this making sense?
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah.
lot better, yes.
Good, good. Okay. All right. Let me now show you a couple things on the computer. So let's stop this share. Before I pull up my Mac, I'm going to go and show you on a browser what this looks like. So let's do, okay, share. All right. All right, you can see my browser here.
Yes.
All right, I'm just typing iCloud.com, and it opens up here and it wants you to log in with your Apple ID. So I'm gonna do a little password memory here. I'm a big fan of LastPass, which is a password program to keep track of passwords because I have way too many passwords. All right, I'm logging in. This is the same one that I was using for my phone, but I'm on a browser. I could be on any computer that has a browser, internet browser, and I go to iCloud.com, log in, and now here I am, right? So if I click on photos, look what happens. How many photos do I have? 18,000 something? 18,000, here they all are, same ones. And I can view them and see these are all just in the cloud, and I get these little images of them, and I can do whatever I want. I can share them, I can download them, whatever I want to do with this. I can make albums out of them. We have a whole class on that, okay? If I go back to this, I can go to my drive, iCloud Drive, and this opens up. Remember that starfish image we had out there? Still here. The one I didn't ever delete it. I didn't delete this one. I deleted that blue one though that was there. Remember that blue image? I got rid of that. That's gone. So I can, from here, I can make more folders. I can upload files. I can download files. I can see what's inside these things, if there's anything in them. I think desktop's got some things in it. Yeah, right. So those are all there. That's kind of neat. You can get to that from any computer that you want there. And then these other things, just based on what you have turned on, I don't use these other ones as much, so those are there. But the big ones, again, photos, iCloud Drive, those are the big ones that you would use in that. If I use the calendar, I could pull up my calendar, my contacts would be in there. I don't use the Apple Mail, so there's nothing in there to show you, but it would be there if you needed it. All right, so that's the web version of that. Now I want to show you in here. So I'm on a Mac computer now, and I'm going to go to System Preferences, and up here I'm going to click on Apple ID, and I'm going to go to iCloud, similar to what we did on the phone. It's just a little different looking screen. And in here you have a lot of the same settings, right? I can turn iCloud Drive on and off. I can turn Photos on and off, and any of these other pieces that I want to keep up with.
It's locked in. All I see iCloud Drive.
Okay, it tells me my storage again. It's the same 200 that it showed me on my computer, on my phone.
Kevin, on my screen, you're frozen.
Am I
Yeah,
frozen?
you're
You're
frozen.
frozen on iCloud Drive.
I'm sorry. Let's
Yeah.
try. Thanks for telling me. Sometimes it does that. Let's see if I can get that back on there again for you. Well, where'd you go? Find my. I lost my share. Meeting. All right, there we go. Screen. Desktop one. Let's do that. See it now?
Yes, I see a screen, red and blue.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
All right. So back up again. I went into System Preferences. You can go through the Apple at the top too, System Preferences. And then you're going to click on Apple ID over here. And then iCloud's over here on the side. You still see it?
Yes.
Okay, there's
Yes.
iCloud. All right, now a lot of these are similar to what we saw on the phone, a little different, but you pick and choose what you want. So this relates to what we want to sync on this computer, right? Every device has its own settings. And this storage down here, that, as I was saying, that 200 gigabyte, that's the same storage I saw that's my cloud storage that I saw on my phone. It's in the cloud, right? There's no backup here. Like I said, it won't back up your computer because it's just too big. All right, how do you get to look at your photos on the computer, right? You go to the Photos app. Remember the Photos app? Looks the same as all right, here they all are, 18,000 photos again. And these aren't all on the computer, they're all in the cloud. I can just view them from my computer. And I can upload and I can download from here. I can drag photos onto this and they'll go in here. But if I go to delete this guy here, this screenshot, to open him up and I want to delete him, it's not gonna let me delete there. Let's go back. Done. Where's my delete on him? Edit. No. Let's go back. I select him. Selected. Delete one photo. If I delete it, it's going to delete it from the cloud. Delete all your devices. See, it's good at reminding you now. If I delete this photo from here, it's going to delete it from all of them. That's fine. It does tell you if you ever make a mistake, you can go to recently deleted and they'll go in there and you have a last chance to get them out before you let them go forever. But it's nice that it gives you that chance. Okay, that's how you get to your photos there. On files, you go to Finder, which is all your files. And if you go in Finder and you go to iCloud Drive right here, anything you put in this drive right here will go out to all of your devices that you have iCloud Drive sharing with. So if I want this PDF right here on my desktop to go in here, watch me, I'll drag it over here and just let go. And now it added it to my iCloud Drive. So now that file is going to be visible on my phone, on my iPad as well. So it's called basictools.pdf. We can do a quick check here and show you how that works. Okay, so let's stop this one and share my phone again. It's not showing, is it? There it goes. Okay, all right. We're gonna go to, remember where files are on the phone?
The blue folder at the.
Blue folder, yeah. So it's, oops,
Okay.
not that. It's called files, yeah, files. And I'm gonna go to iCloud Drive and see the basic tools.
Uh-huh.
It's there.
Yep.
Mhm.
So these are all the same things we saw in that folder on the computer, and they're on in here. So what's nice, like these desktop right here, these desktop, anything I put on my desktop will show up in here. So as these folders change on your computer, then they update on the cloud too.
Okay.
You have those in there. That's the overview there. What specific questions would you have?
Quick question.
Yeah.
When I delete a photo off of my camera icon, will it also delete it off of the photo app with the multicolor?
Yeah, because
Does it automatically delete? I've been deleting it through the camera app. When
Yeah.
I take a photo and I don't like it, I delete it. Does it delete it from the other one?
yeah. So okay, so let's say, yeah, this is really just your camera roll, really. I mean, let me try to find something to delete. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, so if I delete this, yep, see, it gives you that warning again.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this little roll at the bottom, that's just your camera roll. It's the same thing as your photos. Yes. They're not separate, they are connected.
They're connected. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Good question. All right, so those of you that were looking for basics, do you have a better handle on the basics?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, some better. Yes.
Basics part 1, I still need a basics part 2.
I'm with
Got a
you
good
today.
start.
Amen.
Thank you.
One thing people do is they retake this class because you'll get more the second time because you have a basis now, and you're welcome to do that as well.
Thank you.
Or get the recording and do that. So we talked about the hard drive backup basics. Linda, do you know why you need this now?
Yes, I don't need to delete everything my husband wants me to delete because I've got plenty of room
You do, right?
on my iCloud.
Yes.
I do.
Yes. That's good.
Yes, thank
Right.
you.
Those pictures are too valuable to be deleting. Do not delete
Thank
those
you.
pictures. That's
Yeah.
right. I mean, storage space is cheap. Memories are not cheap. They're expensive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I just want to mention, we have a couple of other classes that talk about Google Photos and Amazon Photos. iCloud is not the only way that you can save things, especially photos. So
Yep.
you may want to look at those other classes as well. In addition to the iCloud photos that we're doing next Monday, you don't have to use iCloud just because you have an Apple device. There are other systems that you may want to consider. And there are pluses and minuses of each one. We don't endorse any of them. We're just giving you options so you can go in and check them out for yourself and you can decide which one is best for you.
Yep. It's a great point. In my example, I use iCloud because it's there, and I like some of the synchronization of it. But I also use Google Photos. I'm a big Google Photo guy, and Google Photos has all my photos as well. And as Norman said, that we have a class on that. It'll back up all your photos also and have them in the cloud and not take up space on your phone either.
And then also, if you already have Amazon Prime, you already have unlimited storage on Amazon for all your photos, no limit. So if you have Amazon Prime, you may want to check that out as well. That's another option.
I use that one too. Like I said, there's no harm in having all of that out there. Yeah, it's this. It needs to be reinstalled, but it's a free app as well that gets you into that. Yep. Good. Well,
I
yeah,
just
go
have
ahead.
a quick question. You know, I guess I didn't want to pay for extra storage for a long time, so I would take things, my PC is not synced to my phone. And so I just take my photos and put them on my computer and put them on a hard drive. I'm only storing a low resolution
On what? On your,
because what I've done in the past is I've taken the to free up storage, I've taken my photos, put them on my PC, which is not synced to the cloud,
yeah.
and then taken them off my phone.
Yeah.
I'm only storing low resolution
No, you if you transferred them from your
phone.
phone to your computer, then you probably got the high resolution. Yeah.
Because what I was finding was, well, I was too cheap to buy storage, but the other thing was I had just had all of these photos all over the place that were just not organized at all. And it was just a mess. And I know how to make folders on my phone and things like that, but then I would find another iCloud photo somewhere else according to a date or something. And it was just like, it was just crazy. So, but so
I'd pick one.
I bought more storage now, so maybe I'll try it again.
Right.
Not deleting them off my phone, out of iCloud, but
before cloud storage got big, I was trying to put them all on my PC as well.
Yeah.
And it scared me a little bit because like if that hard drive ever crashed and it wasn't backed up, I'd lose all of them. And now that's why I like these cloud-based storages. So I have them on iCloud storage. I have them on Google Photos. I have them on Amazon Photos, and they're just kind of continually synced up. And the nice thing about that is photos, when your cameras take photos, it attaches metadata to it. And one of the metadata items is the date. And that date then goes into, I mean, you can turn it off, but it's in there. And one of the benefits of that is it puts it into your photo library by date, so that everything is chronological. Now, if you break that metadata and you upload some photos from the 60s in there today and the date is today, then sometimes that's confusing, but there's ways to fix that. But that's one way to put them all together and have them all available to you. All of them allow you to upload into these platforms as well. So if you have them on a hard drive, you can upload them into the cloud and have that. Anything else?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you've got several different storage devices and one gets full. Does the other two kick in and take over, or do you have to know that your one storage is full? Like iCloud, let's say you got 50 gigabytes free and you got two more freebies and they aren't full. How do you make sure that the other two are being utilized? Or is that not how it works?
I got lost a little bit. So we're talking about the cloud storage.
You've got, let's say, 3 free storage 50 gigabytes free, let's say. Okay. iCloud and your other two, Google and whatever the other one was. Okay. And let's say you're full, your iCloud is full. And you've got 2 more devices that maybe aren't full.
Yeah.
Does the phone instinctively fill the other 2 that have storage available, or do you have to keep checking how much data you've used, storage you've used up?
Okay. Well, they typically tell you because they want you to upgrade and buy more, so they tell you when they're full. But understand that iCloud has limitations on it. So based on whatever you got your 5 free, and then whatever you pay for after that, then when those fill up, they want you to buy more, and they'll tell you, say, hey, we can't back up anymore. We're going to stop backing up, and we can't sync anymore because you're out of space. It'll let you know. The Google Photos used to be unlimited, but starting I think in June, they're going to start putting a cap on it, and then you start there's a break point where you start have to pay for more too. So that one automatically keeps updating until you fill that up. As Norman said, Amazon Photos, with that membership, you have unlimited, so you never run out of space there. But you got to keep, the app on, and it's got to keep syncing for you so that it's automatically continuing to, as you take pictures, it syncs them up there right away.
But you can't switch from one free iCloud to the other two that are open and not full yet?
I just have everything's going to everywhere for me, right? I'm not picking
Everything's
anything.
going to everywhere.
And
They're all on.
there's no intelligence so that if one fills up, it's gonna go to
Yeah.
another one. They're all run independently. They have no relationship with each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. They all want us to put as much possible on their server as they can.
Oh, okay.
That's what they want. And then when it fills up, they want us to give them money to take more.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Do not delete photos.
My
My husband just showed up.
Do not delete photos. There's a better way. There's a better way.
I'm going to ask you a
Say it a
question.
little louder, Kevin.
Go ahead, Alice.
I'm going to ask you a question that I did ask in the iPhotos class, but he wasn't really sure. And that is, when I take pictures of my grandchildren, I use the live feature just to get a good photo. And then I select a key photo and I turn off the live feature on the photo. What's being stored in the cloud? That key photo or the whole live shot?
Usually it does all of them. I mean, like when you've done a burst before, the burst feature where you can take a bunch of them. It usually has all of those, but it shows you one of them and it says, do you want to look at the other ones? And you can drill into it and see the other ones.
Right.
So try going into the photo app and seeing if you can, maybe hold down your finger on the photo and see if it gives you more options to look at more of the live recording. But usually it only shows one image as kind of a placeholder.
Right, because I select a key photo and then I turn the live thing off on that photo.
Yeah.
What I was finding when I got this iPhone 10 was that when I synced it to my computer, everything was being stored as a video. And I didn't want that. I wanted a live photo.
Right. You wanted to pick one of the images in there. Yeah. Right. That's really what live is. It's really just a video and then it's letting you pick a frame, right?
Oh.
But do you think it's being stored as a video in the cloud? Even though I've picked a key photo, and
I
that's
don't think so. I don't think so. If you picked a photo, I would guess it. My guess is if you picked a photo, then it's
that's it.
That's it. And you might be able, just like a burst, it shows you one of the pictures and you can go and look at the other ones if you want, but it doesn't show you all, 20 of them. It doesn't take up 20 spots right there. You can drill into it and see them, but that would be my guess.
Well, and that's the other thing is that, you keep that live button on, and I mean, that uses a lot more space.
It does, right? Yeah.
And I only, I do use it occasionally, but that's going to fill up your space even more.
You're right. Yep. The videos will take up more than the still shots, right? Yeah. I think, I think that'd be my guess is that the live one would just, if you picked a shot, that's going to be there. And then the rest of it would be, I'm trying to see if it even, when you get into photos, if you can get into under albums, shared albums, people and places. All right. So they have a whole section called live photos. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
No. Where is this?
Yeah, there is live photos.
You go to photos, and I'm under albums, and then you just scroll towards the bottom of your albums. It gets into media type, and you got a whole thing on live photos here. So these are live photos. So this is like a document, but it's a live photo. It's downloading it so I can watch it.
And you really don't have to use live that often unless you're taking something that's moving, because otherwise it's kind of a waste to have all this extra stuff going on. Unless you just like the effects of it, but some people like it, but it takes up a lot more space though.
It does, yeah. So they've got it all categorized in here. Even your imports that you brought in, which is nice. All right, well, good. Anything else? You guys have been a great class. I've enjoyed spending the hour with you and answering questions. Hopefully you built a little confidence and gotten some clarity on this. These are great tools to use. Don't delete your photos. Their memories are too hard to get back. Buy more memory. That's what I say.
Yeah,
Buy memory, not memories. That's it, right?
that's it.
That's a good slogan. We should use that. Buy memory, not memories, because you want to be able to share it as we go along. So I'll send a follow-up email for you guys here, and if you get a chance to give some good feedback about our great time together, that'd be great. I always like to hear good things, and then hope to see you guys in other classes.
Kevin, I have a question, Kevin.
Yeah, sure.
When you go to the family share, the iCloud, I must have asked you before, but do I have to do anything special or just go in the family share and then just add?
So if you got somebody you want to add to it, right?
Yes, and he already has the account.
Okay, he's got his own Apple ID.
Right.
Yeah, let's see. If we go to back on the phone settings, and we go here in iCloud, and we go to I think it's manage storage. There's two places, and then you go to family usage. So here you can't adjust anything. There's another place. I remember where this is. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm on setting Apple ID. Let me back up again. Settings, my name, and then down here below iCloud, there's family sharing. Do you have that?
Uh-huh.
Click on that. And
Okay.
this is where you can add somebody.
Okay. And then automatically that other one will be, it will be here then, right?
Yeah, this is where you can manage who's on it, and then when you go to the other screen we're looking at, it tells you how much they're using.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You just hit add member, and it'll let you do it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, you guys.
Thanks. Have
All
a good
set.
one.
You.
You have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you.
You learned a lot.
Thanks.